articles and is a well-known writer. Our guest of honor, Mr. Chandrasekhar C. Solanki, Senior Coach, Sports Authority of Gujarat and National Level Football Player. Parents, grandparents and my dearest children. On behalf of GlIS Gujarat, Surat, I welcome you all to the annual Sports Meet 2014-15 to witness our future Milkha Singhs, Virat Kohlis and Mary Coms fighting it out with true sportsman spirit. Without much ado, let me take you to the events lined up for the evening. I call upon Mr. Jigar Chavda to escort our chief guest, Dr. Bhavin Purohit, to hoist our national flag. I would now request Mr. Jigar Chavda, our PE teacher, to assist our guest of honor, Mr. Chandrasekhar C. Solanki, in opening the meet.
First of all, thank you very much that I am here. I invited here, and sorry to say that I am not feeling well, but I am very happy as a football coach and senior coach of Sports Authority of Gujarat. I am very lucky that I am here with you and with my sports person, small kids, principal. I congratulate to all people and all those who are involved in this annual sports day. Thank you very much. I declare annual sports meet 2014-15 fun.
Together, they march to the rhythmic beats of the drum, arms swinging and feet shooting high. Ladies and gentlemen, we are about to witness march past led by the students of GIS. Figure Titiksha Roshan. House Captains Chrysanthemum, Namrata and Omveer. Hibiscus Abhishek and Jayashri. Orchid House Captains Lakshita Javar and Jitendra D. Chaudhary. Sunflower House Kamini Dongre and Yash Desai to take their oaths.
School strategy. School attention. Get ready for the oath.
In the name of all competitors, we promise that we shall take part in all these sports, games and events, respecting and the rules which governs them in the true spirit of sportsmanship for the glory of sports and honor of our teams. Jai Hind.
respected guest of honor, Mr. Chandrasekhar Solanki, my dear parents, teachers, staff, and my dear students. A warm welcome to one and all. Good evening. Today is Sports Day. The moment I say Sports Day, our school days come to our mind. Normally people consider sports to be secondary. They believe academics is more important and academics is everything. But Global Indian International School believes in holistic education. We believe in what Mahatma Gandhi said. No use in being an engineer or doctor if the person cannot stand under the sun for 10 minutes. So we believe holistic education is education where we give enough importance to all aspects of school. Curricular, co-curricular, games and sports. When you balance all these things, you produce talented, intelligent students who also have strength and endurance. Most of the time we believe sports is just you participate, you win, you don't win, there is no learning involved. More than what children learn in classroom, which is more academics, the children learn what is there in the textbook, they learn to reproduce, they get marks. It doesn't really make them succeed in their life. When they go for interview, we get hundreds of engineers. How do you distinguish between the person to whom you can give job and refuse for others? There are certain things called soft skills, personal qualities. As a sportsman, an individual develops lots of these skills. When you take part in sports, you increase your strength, physical fitness. You develop mental fitness. What is that mental fitness? You win, you lose. When you lose, you don't lose your heart, you try harder. Endurance, ability to withstand. 100 meters race, it's just about 10, 12 seconds, 14 seconds. So that he has to hold on, endurance. It also gives them how to survive the world of competitiveness. It gives them a lot of learning about teamwork, team spirit, helping each other, learning from others' mistake, becoming a role model, discipline, time management. Sports can teach all these things which a classroom cannot teach. So that's why we need to encourage our kids to do well in studies, also do well in sports. I will take another 2 to 3 minutes to clarify a few things what our school stands for. Probably when we say Global Indian International School, many of the parents whom I met since January kept on asking me, what do you mean by this international? So we don't get a clear idea. So the international doesn't mean, we call it as international, we call it as multinational, transnational. But in school context, we call it as international. So what does international mean? It doesn't mean you got foreigners working here or foreigners run this company. International means a school which has got a global outlook. What is this global outlook? We use or we incorporate best of the practices in the world in our school. We incorporate best of the technology that is available everywhere in the world. We use our learning abroad to run schools in India. Before coming here, I worked with Malaysia for 8 years. I was vice principal for CBSE school, then I became principal for Cambridge school. So I got exposed to international curriculum, which is Cambridge curriculum. We had a Cambridge curriculum right from primary up to secondary. The same way, I'm also experienced in CBSE International. What we have in India is called CBSE. What you got abroad is called CBSE International, which is more like international curriculum modeled after Cambridge. Now why I'm saying this is, we have principals who move between campuses, bring in those international outlook to the school. We have use lots of technology in classroom. Technology in classroom doesn't mean putting a projector in the classroom. We have video conferencing. I don't know how many of the colleges, even universities have something called video conferencing. Through video conferencing, students interact with students in other campuses. Students interact with dignitaries and leaders from other campus live. Recently also we had a quiz. The same way we have lots of technology involved in classroom. Say for example English. To enhance English speaking skill and their vocabulary, we have introduced something called Wordsworth. Children go online, listen, they develop listening skills, they also develop speaking skills. We have something called Math Buddy, which is online math program. Apart from doing math in the classroom, children also go online and learn mathematics. If you have got internet, if you have got net connection at home, the child can practice mathematics at home also. Apart from this, we have got 2 smart rooms with interactive board. We have a hands-on science program called STEM. So all this goes to say that an international school uses international technology available, international best practices. We have got school in Japan, we have got school in Thailand, we have got school in Vietnam. We have 2 campuses in Malaysia, we have got 3 campuses in Singapore, and we have campus in Dubai and Abu Dhabi. In India, we have got 8 campuses. So we bring in lot of our experience into each and every campus. Regularly, we have got training programs. So some of the best practices which has worked very well in other schools, we bring it in. A simple example could be, till December in GlIS Surat, all these activities were offered on Saturday where the child can choose only 2. So we had about 8 or 9 activities, but the child can choose 2. But from January, we have made sure every child learns every activity. So every child gets to learn the activity 1 period a week, right from chess, swimming, skating, taekwondo, everything, archery, all we have given to everyone. So it is an international practice of providing exposure. The reason is that when we give a choice, the child is stuck with 1 or 2. As a result, the child doesn't know where he is strong in. So we give everything to them. After a period of 4 or 5 years, we will really know the child is good in what, and we will groom him for our school team for further development. So initially you cannot say somebody is good in chess or somebody is good in swimming. You got to expose them to everything. After 3 or 4 years, you will know who is talented in what. So international schools mean international outlook and international best practices. Definitely, I can assure you, Global Indian International School is the right place for your children, because we are bringing in lots of our experience from abroad into these campuses. Again, I congratulate all my students who participated with enthusiasm and true sportsmanship. Congratulations to winners, and also best wishes for the people who came second and third and so on. But you should keep trying. Next year you might be the winners. So there are a lot of learning to take from the sports field and develop and become a overall developed personality. Thank you and welcome one and all.
Right on to the mic, our chief guest, Dr. Bhavin Purohit, to say a few words of encouragement and advice.
Good evening everybody, good evening once again. Good evening students over there. Sportsmen, future sportsmen of India. Okay, thank you very much. First of all, I should thank the principal of the college, the management, the staff members who have invited me to remain present at this very important occasion of the school. Sorry, I am from college, and that's why college somewhere remains behind my mind. But what is important is this particular event, it is going to change the entire worldview of students. It has got the capacity to change the entire worldview of students' life. you know that I would take about 5 minutes. I won't be there between students and the games, the finals. Right? Today they are going to play the final matches. But I will say a few words about children, students and parents, about students and teachers perhaps, and something about students' life in general. As Sir rightly said, I subscribe to what he has said about the whole idea of sportsmanship. I would like to say a few words to my dear students who are sports people also, who are learners also. I would say that remember that in life, cooperation is always better than competition. Okay, the sports will teach you perhaps the competitive mode. Okay, someone has to be there. Someone will have the gold medal. Someone will have the silver medal, the bronze medal, etc. So there will be some competitive spirit. It is essential. I don't deny that. But what I say is that with cooperation, you learn a lot of skills also. So always remember in life that cooperation is always better than competition. There can always be healthy competition, but competition doesn't involve jealousy, hurting anybody. It doesn't mean possessing ego, etc. Now today I remember a very important American president. He was born in the second half of 19th century. It was Theodore Roosevelt. Okay, he was after Abraham Lincoln, again a very important American president. Now why I remember him today? It is very clear that this is a sports event and there is some connection between Theodore Roosevelt and sports also. Now at the age of 13, he became myopic. Okay, he suffered from myopia. Myopia means that he had nearsightedness. He couldn't see beyond certain distance. He could see the close nearby things. Now see this particular situation, okay, he had to wear glasses also at the very early age. But this particular situation, he turned it into an opportunity. And what he did, he started practicing wrestling, he started going to gyms also. Naturally, he didn't have the modern gym facilities. He worked on boxing also, and he became a very good boxer, very good sportsman. This is what I want to say. He became a very good sportsman when he was at school. Now this particular incident, the physical inability or disability, in other words, actually changed the life of this particular boy who later on became the President of America, a very important President of America, perhaps more important than Obama. He was well known as Teddy. His father used to call him Teddy. And you see that we have, the students know that, the children know that, we have teddy bears today in the market. And we all know that. Okay, all children love teddy bears. So actually once he went for hunting in a jungle and he loved a particular bear and he brought that bear to home and looked after it. Now the whole idea of kindness, the feeling of kindness is learned through sports activities. And after that particular incident, all the bears were called teddy bears. And we have in the market teddy bears today in all markets. I remember again a very important philosopher of 20th century, that is Khalil Gibran. And I request all teachers, parents, students to read one of his books called Prophet, the Prophet. Okay, many must have read it perhaps, but do go through that book. a very small book. It's not a bulky book. Okay, within 2 hours perhaps you can complete it. But in that particular book, he talks about child and parent relationship. He says that the children are the creation of nature. They come from you. Okay, he's advising us parents. He's talking to parents. He says that children come from you. They do not come from you. They come through you. You understand the difference between from and through. It means that children are your children, but at the same time, parents provide the passage for them to come to this beautiful world. They can make it more beautiful. And what is important is children are parents' children, at the same time they are the children of society. And that's why they are the children of Indian society, at the same time they are the children of the global society. I am very much impressed with this particular, the name of the school. It is neither global nor Indian. It is Global Indian International School. So it actually summarizes the international values, as Dr. Raj sir said, and at the same time it also offers Indianness. So Indianness in 21st century has to be experienced at global level, and what we call global can be experienced at local level. So this particular mixture or this particular interaction between globality and locality is a very important thing, and I am very happy that this particular school offers that. I am very much impressed with Mahatma Gandhi saying